Hello and welcome to this presentation on aura mechanics according to human design. I'm also going to bring in, to help offer some more understanding about the aura, I'm going to bring in some geometry as well, some sacred geometry, in order for us to really get a good picture of what this aura is all about. You see, the thing is with geometry is it gives us information without having to use words. You know, it truly is the original communication. Geometry, it's a powerful thing. When you look at your human design chart, you will see geometry everywhere. And when I mean geometry, what I'm talking about is qualities. Qualities, that's what geometry is all about. It's about quality. Okay, it's not about quantity. You can have a shape, you can have as many of them as you want. They're still the same shape. You can have a shape and have it as big as you want. That's still is not the point. The point of the geometry itself is the information that's in it. It's not about the size, not about the number, it's about the quality of that form. So let's have a look at these auras. There are 4 kinds of auras. Let me take you all the way back to 1781, because previous to 1781, we were a 7-centered being, and we had an aura like everyone else. There was one kind of aura, this emanating life force energy that came off every being, this aura that had no distinctive characteristics as such from any other aura. It was a way in which we still communicated electromagnetically, energetically, all of that on a quantum level, because that's what the aura is all about. It truly moves information between the individuals according to the geometry that each one has, according to their aura. At the time of 1781, a day came in which we went from being a 7-centered being to a 9-centered being. And with this shift, with this different dynamic that we took on board, this different interfacing of energy within our bodies, this energetic body that went through a mutation because of the placement of the planets, because the planets go in cycles, and each cycle will bring an age, and each age brings a particular energy, and that energy creates a particular container or field in which the life forms will live according to their background frequency. And so as things change, as the planets move through their cycles, we came to the point where we went through an evolution, and we will continue to evolve. But the biggest thing that happened in 1781 is there was this splitting into four different types of aura, with these 2 extra energy centers. Now, they went from being chakras, which are wheels, which are spinning vortices, to more like in a computer, you call it a solid state hard drive. You know, where we now have more of a circuitry. We have our internal energetic system, our internal energetic mechanics have upgraded. Now, we didn't get the memo back in 1781. So after 1781, we had 4 types of aura. Let's go through them. These aura that, number 1, we have the generator. The generator aura. What a powerful aura. If you go to My Mechanics and get your free chart and have a look and see, are you a generator? If you are a generator, you have this open and enveloping aura. An open and enveloping aura. What does that mean? Your aura literally takes everything in. Anything that you come into contact within sort of 6 feet away from your body, and it can actually be a lot more than that. But, you know, we're talking a couple of meters away from your body. Anywhere you go, everything that you're coming into contact with, that is coming into your aura. Your aura is open and it's enveloping. It literally gives people this, as Ra said, an energetic bear hug. Everyone loves a generator. The energy is inviting. It's inviting. And that's what gives this aura its power. It draws towards it. Anything that is in that aura can feel that person that has that aura. And that aura feels everything that is in it. The generator aura is an aura that functions best in response. It functions best in response. This aura causes things to come to the being, to come to the individual. It pulls things towards it. It's a huge energy. It is the largest, the most potent of the auras that are out there, the 4 different auras. The generator aura, as you can see in the illustrations, it is as powerful as it looks. Now, the artistic illustrations I put there are just to really give you an idea. It's an artistic interpretation so you can understand the differences in these aura. This aura literally is the law of attraction aura. For you generators, you have this aura that draws life towards it so that it can respond. It is a responding aura. We move on to the manifestor. The manifestor has this aura that is closed and repelling. Closed and repelling. Why would that be? The manifestor, the manifestor's aura is nothing like the generator's aura. Nothing like it at all. It is so different. And so, of course, the mechanics of how the manifestor is going to work in accordance with that aura is going to be so different. This manifestor's aura does not take in. It pushes away. It pushes away. It is repelling. Why would that be? Well, for the generator, they have an aura that gives them the chance to respond because it is the sacral energy that does that. That aura draws towards it. The law of attraction draws life towards it so that it can respond to life. Whereas the manifestor is here to initiate, and therefore it cannot have these foreign energies in its aura. Because then the manifestor would not be truly manifesting or initiating from their true self. They would be initiating from the not self. And this aura helps the manifestor to feel more protected from the world so they can get on with initiating and informing the world. Because they are the movers and the shakers. They are. We'll go into the geometry of that. I mean, have a look at this artistic interpretation of the manifestor aura. As you can see, so different. The visual can really help you. So different. It's spiky. It's pushing everything away. Keep away. And so the life of the manifestor can be so misunderstood. They get projected onto all the time. And manifestors often, because the majority of the world is generator. We'll go into that soon. And many manifestors are caused and pushed and pressured into being a super slave generator, just like the projector. We'll go into the projector. The projector has a very, very unique aura. It takes in a different way. This aura is penetrating. It is penetrating like a cone. It goes down and it goes into the other, one at a time. This aura can deal with one aura at a time. And so it gets very interesting for the projector. Because often if the projector is around, say, 2 people in a room, well, one of those people is going to be pissed off at that projector because that projector can only put its aura into one at a time. The aura goes into the G center of the other person, right into the sternum here. And it absorbs the information. This is a very conditioning aura. The projector is here to be conditioned. To be conditioned. And I'll get to that in a moment because we have left is the reflector aura. The reflector aura is so different. It's a sampling aura. It samples, it takes a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And at the same time, nothing really gets in. Nothing can get in through those little holes that sample this and that. This aura it's reflective, of course. But it's almost like shards of glass. Showing bits of this and that and it takes in all of the collective and it throws it back out. It reflects it back out into the world. So let's talk about the geometry of these auras. With the generator, you could say that its aura is, very much like a circle or a sphere. It's large. It's very much like a toroidal force as well. And we all have that toroidal energy. We all have that. But this generator aura is really going out and grabbing life and pulling it in. It's taking a hold of life and it's drawing it in. And so that's why the generator needs to wait to respond. Its geometry, we could say, is the sphere. And we move on to the manifestor. We could say that the geometry of the manifestor aura is more like a triangle. And the reason we go for the triangle here is, you see, the manifestor is all about the direction. They are the initiator. They are saying, this is the way. This is what we're doing. And if you look at the triangle, it is like an arrow. And that represents in the manifestor the very cutting energy that the manifestor has. Very direct and cutting. The manifestor can come across so angry, and we'll get into that soon. The projector aura, we could say that it's more like a cone. Its geometry would be conical, like a cone, because it literally is around the projector, but it goes into the other. It's the only aura that does that. And then the reflector, we could say, is like a dodecahedron. Many, many sides, many facets to the reflector aura. So I hope that the understanding of the geometry here helps you understand these auras. So each type, the manifestor, the projector, the generator, and the reflector, they all have their own specific auras. And those auras work so, so differently. And how they interact is so unique to the other. And if we do not understand how our aura interacts, you see, for the generator aura, they need that generator in order to be correct and use that aura to their highest vibration. They need to wait to respond. Okay, wait to respond. And then you're taking good care of your aura. Generators out there, wait to respond, and your aura will work for you. It's something you have no conscious awareness of that is literally drawing life in so that you can respond. So wait. This aura needs to wait. Now, the manifestor aura is here to initiate. That's why that geometry is like a triangle. It's like an arrow. It's here to initiate, but many, many manifestors are, conditioned to be the not self. The not self for the generator, it's frustration, but for the manifestor, it's anger. It's anger. Because you look at this aura that says, go away, just leave me alone. I just want to get this done. I need to do this. I've got this. Many times they're not allowed. And the problem for the manifestor is what they really need to do. What they really need to do is inform people what they're up to, because they have this draw to just initiate and get on with it. But they can save themselves so much trouble and keep their aura healthy, keep their whole circuitry healthy by informing before they initiate. The projector's aura, it's so absorbing, it takes everything in. That means the person that has the projector aura is going to be heavily conditioned. And therefore, the projector also, in order to keep their aura healthy, they need to wait to be invited. Why? Because there is nothing worse than a projector being in someone else's field that is not correct for them. It is not good for the projector. The projector is here to only take in those that are correct for it. We all are, in fact, only here to take in those that are correct for us. But for the projector, this is so, so important. The reason to wait for the invitation is it's a fussy aura. It really is. It can't just plug into anyone, because the person that has that aura can get very unwell, especially connecting in to other auras, because that's what the projector aura does. It penetrates the other. But it absorbs. So the projector has to be so careful. It needs to wait for the invitation, because those that bring the invitation Well, then, then it comes down to strategy. It comes down to your authority. And we'll talk about that in the next video. Strategy and authority. That's what you've got to follow for all of you. For the generator, wait to respond. And how you respond is up to your strategy, up to your authority. The manifestor, inform before you initiate. That's the strategy, that your authority, knowing when to inform, knowing that is also going to come down to your authority. The projector, wait for the invitation. How do you know if that invitation is correct for you? That's going to come down to your authority. And like I said, we're going to go into that in the next videos. And then the reflector has this sampling aura, this incredibly unique aura. They are the only being. This is the aura that is governed by the moon. The information that is in that aura that is connecting in with the other, it changes per day by the cycles of the moon. The reflector has this aura that literally reflects back to people the collective energy. And if people are not in line with that, well, the reflector can be almost insulting, appear to be insulting to the other. Many people take reflectors the wrong way. Reflectors change day by day by day by day. They literally have 28 facets to them. Because each day in the cycle of the moon, they are being truly moved by that moon energy. And so this aura, it's so reflective, nothing really gets in. So this aura can create all sorts of issues where people feel like they just can't quite get into that reflector. Well, you're not meant to be able to. See, this is the thing, is when you understand your aura and you understand other people's auras, of those people in your life, you will begin to respect them and how they interact with other people. This is the key with the aura. It's not like the aura used to be, this homogenized, seven-centered being aura where everyone had the same aura and they come into each other's aura because it was all about being the same, all kind of moving into the next stage of evolution together, whereas the next stage of evolution for us is individually. On the collective level, it's individually. It's so interesting. But the aura is where the information is communicated. The aura is where the information is communicated on an energetic level. It takes all the characteristics of your body graph, and in that aura, that blueprint of your body graph, the snapshot, your blueprint is being communicated through your aura. It's a powerful thing. And depending on the aura, it's going to be communicated differently. For me as a projector, it's one person at a time. The projector is here to guide. And so the aura does one person at a time. And it takes information in from the other because the projector is here to guide. That's why their aura is so unique. The reason they're here to guide is that they penetrate the other and they absorb the other person's energy, hence why they get so heavily conditioned. And that enables them to guide the other. The ones that are here to guide are the generators. So when the projector plugs into that generator, they're literally inside their aura anyway. They're taking everything in. All the information goes in, and that focus, that deep auric focus is on the other, and they can feel it. That's why projectors need to be so careful not to go around initiating either, because they just can't afford to have the wrong people in their life. Like I said, projectors are here to be conditioned so they know how to guide the other. It is the conditioning, the very conditioning that happens to the projector. They are being smacked by the other one. It's the very conditioning that gives the projector its ability to guide the other so very well. That's why, generators can be great guides, but they don't have that penetrating aura. They have this open and enveloping aura that takes everything in, It's just giving everything a bear hug. And then the Manifestor Aura, which is closed and repelling, it's pushing life away. It's not trying to penetrate the other. It's not enveloping the world. It is pushing everyone away so it can be its own force for initiation and impact. Because the Manifestor is here to know its impact. And the Reflector, they're just so misunderstood. because they change day by day by day, and their aura is just reflecting. They're like, as Ra said, a stone being skimmed across the top of a beautifully flat lake. It just skims off. Everything just skims off. Even though the reflector has so much openness in their chart. And we'll go into that soon when I go a little bit deeper into type in other videos. But the key here is take a look at these illustrations. Look at the different auras. Study the auras. The way they work. The generator with its open and enveloping aura. Giving everyone that big bear hug. Everyone loves a generator. That projector with that focused, absorbing aura, taking it all in so it can guide the other. So that generator is here to build. They're here to build. They're busy bees. You can see in the illustration, their aura is like electric. It is. They're here to make it happen. The manifestor pushing everyone away because they are here to have impact, and they can only have impact if they can truly be them, and they're here to have impact through initiation. They are the only type, they are the only aura that has the ability to initiate without huge amounts of resistance. And the reflector, again, like I say, just shining back to the world what it is, spotting those ones that stand out. You know, the reflector is truly the police of the program. Oh, that one's standing out. That one's standing out. They're almost like a radar. Their aura is like a radar, but nothing gets in. Nothing, really affects them other than the moon. The aura. It's an incredible phenomenon, and it's well worth you understanding how your aura works. It's been one of the things that has helped me immensely. Aura and type. We will go deeper into this in future videos. But in the next video, we're going to go into strategy and authority. We're going to lay down these foundations on this journey together. I hope you enjoyed this presentation on aura and type. And until next time, bye for now.